When I saw this today, it made me think of the crystal, the huge crystal that's at the center of the earth, according to Hopi myth and legend. Well, when the two twin heroes were sitting on either end of the poles, and one of them was this, the Bokwan Hoya gave shape and form to the structure, and Bolang Hoya was a magician of music, and he invoked from, as he searched the universe, from a deep state of meditation while he was beating his drum. He invoked the heartbeat of the Great Spirit, and it entered this crystal at the center of the earth. And it just made me, and what came from that was life. Life surfaced as it radiated out of this life. And that those places on the surface of the earth where the radiance was the strongest, a place like this, they were the sacred places. But what I was thinking of was how this is also, it's in a way the dot at the center of the circle, because it's at the center of the earth, which is a circle. That's a symbol of the self, but it's also the jewel, indeed the jewel of the self. It's the jewel that you are. And you can probably see a bit of sparkle as the radiance comes into it. And think of that radiance as your own radiance of self-love and compassion. That as it is abides in this and gives that to this, that the radiance comes forth into the world from it. And that radiance from your own self-love to yourself and establishing yourself in it, that's your gift to the world. And it's effortless. It just shines forth. But maybe you're a person that, you know, that likes to give a lot of things and do things for people. Maybe you're a person that just, when you enter the room, you bring a peace. Just in that presence. Just in that radiance. And that's your gift to the world. But it's this sense that your self-love is a radiance like you as the sun shining first. As if it goes in and out. It's not just out, but in and out, and that eventually, in a sense, there is no in and out. That as you align with this true jewel self of who you are, as you sit in it, then naturally it comes into the world. Into the world, because you are in this physical body to bring it into the world. To bring it into the world, that jewel of you. Just like my dog, HANTA Yo. Everybody loved him. They loved him. He just gave them a radiance. He made them feel good. He made them feel special. He made them, it's as if he brought a medicine to them. And he wasn't trying to. It was just his radiance. The gift that flowed through his physical presence, that physical body, his jewel of the self inhabiting that and radiating through it. And in a way, he was doing just what he wanted to, in a way. But just in sort of that self-love for himself, he gifted so many other people. Everybody has this inside of them. because this is really what you are. The feeling of it, not the physical structure. And that it, in a sense, is occupying this physical body for a certain period of time. And then when that body, it's time for it to return to the elements, this jewel, as if born from the very sun itself, returns to that sun. But all the gifts and radiance, as it was within this physical body, thoughts and words and presence, they continue on. They continue on. Not just necessarily as a memory, but as if the actions and the thoughts, the presence of that which this abided in, lived in, moved in, those movements in the span of its life somehow continue to keep moving, even though this has gone back to its source. It is what it always was. So that's why, in this sense of sitting within this, surrendering within this, allowing its radiance to gift you first, that even as you walk and move in this physical body, it's the doorway, even in this moment, to that source of radiance, where all is one. It's just like we have little pieces of the sun within us, or we're little drops of the ocean. And the wave rolls up and becomes a being, and that radiance and that form is within that, and it gifts the world, and then the wave subsides. It's a piece of wonderful glassy water, or sheer brilliant sun, that little jewel of a piece of light has just magnetically gone home to what it's always been part of. And in a way, even here, it's home. And when you sit with it, you are home. You come home. You come home. This jewel of a home is always inside of you. And you all have that gift. That heartbeat of the Great Spirit beats within you and rhythms out into the sea of life, like a circle, like a drop dropped in the water, rippling to infinity. Infinity. So just feel this radiance. Let your very breath, as if take you to it, because it's as if your breath is a radiance that emerges from it. So just as you become aware of your breathing, it's almost like let it guide you to this. As you let your breath radiate more and more and more around you. As a quiet radiance. As the center. The radiance that fills the whole solar system of you. And just feel all the space around you. And just allow it to be filled with this. Just allow it. But don't doubt that it's true. No matter how you feel, don't believe the mind that doubts. Because this is in you. And you too, beauty. You too, beauty. Just like HANTA yo. Huh? Beauty radiates. Thank you, beauty. It's the wind blowing. HANTA yo agrees.